Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate the robust and hearty debate. That's what makes our country great. I would say, though, that this is about more than hurt feelings. It's about hurt schools, hurt churches, hurt offices, and hurt homes. I promised my constituents that if I were elected, I would make it harder for one person to ever lock down their home, their school, their office, or their church. This bill does exactly that. Now, in terms of the criticisms we've heard, I had a phone call from someone who doesn't even live here. They live in Michigan. And they told me how proud they were of this bill. They said, living in Florida, you probably don't appreciate the magnitude of what you're doing. What you're doing is something great. Up here in Michigan, and I believe the actual quote was, I can't believe a virus turned a democratic republic into a tyranny. They were talking about their home state of Michigan. And don't think for 1 second that it couldn't happen in Florida with the wrong governor. The other criticism I've heard that I want to address is the idea that somehow getting to Tallahassee, it's more of a logistical nightmare. I'm not really hearing that anybody's opposed to getting the legislature involved, which I think is a good thing. I'm hearing more that people are concerned about how to do it, how to get here. Well, I think back to the 1770s when times were a lot tougher than what we're talking about. I remember when learning from my history, men like Patrick Henry and Thomas Jefferson had to flee the colonial capital of Williamsburg and ride on horseback to Richmond, Virginia to convene their meetings. Why? Because the British Army was 5 minutes behind them. So I honestly feel if you just have a disagreement about how the vote is taken for the legislature, that sounds like something we could address with the Rules Committee. But I do not think that is a reason to vote against this good bill. I'm keeping a promise to my constituents. I'm fighting for freedom, and I would encourage each and every one of you to vote up on this good bill.